Welcome to Disclosures with Peter the Insider and Jessica Arael Morocco. The ACIO has a long history of helping humanity from the deep recesses of time. This is the first time the ACIO has become available to the public, aside from an earlier visitation by their 15th Division, the Wingmakers. Peter the Insider, originally from Slovakia, is the director of their 12th Division, and Jessica Arael Morocco is in Cicada 3301, their 6th Division. Together, they provide intel, insights on current events, a deeper perspective on aliens and UFOs, super soldier missions with Unit 374 in the Merge, and news relevant for disclosure. Don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with our latest intel and post any questions and comments below.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Disclosures. I'm here with Peter the Insider, and we've got some information for you. We're going to be disclosing something very, very important, something that people have been talking about for years, and then also something that was hidden regarding the programs, particularly another aspect of Monarch. So we're going to get right into it with Peter the Insider. Hello, Peter. How are you?
I want to say hello to you, Jessica, in the first place. Of course, to all of our regular, maybe not so regular listeners. And considering all the crazy circumstances, I am fine. I don't want to say great, but I am fine. At least I am in one piece with no serious injury, not a one, just by the way. And finally, we are in the, okay, first things first, from very start, we finally figured out we as a team, okay, why negative corporations are so successful in doing their stuff in last months, maybe 1 year or something like that, because Header Show, aka Hedy, Jesus Christ, I hate that, and Lynch, aka Martin Burke, aka what is his name, Patrick Wilson, and of course Warren Sakirby, you know, they mate, you know what you should do in order to make children, and they've got twins, and those twins are goddamn crazy powerful twins. That means one is a boy and another one is a girl. Jesus Christ, this is so crazy. Yeah, I don't like this.
No, it's bad. Bad combination, Peter. I mean, I don't know, that's quite a dream team there.
Yeah, it is literally like in hockey, ice hockey, or in football for you in US. For us, it's rugby, and for you, our football is soccer, yeah. In US, soccer ball, if you want to call it that way. Yeah, it is like dream team. That means team made from best players. Yeah, just a little bit problem, you know. And I was like, all the time, when I faced, had a show, I was like, what the heck? Why in the world you are talking all the time about, I want your babies? And I was like, holy crap. Because we've got that I was the first one, aka ideal candidate for the babies, you know. With her, because I've got specific DNA profile and all kind of that stuff, heritage. And we need to be straight and honest. They've got us for one time, only for one time, okay? We were widespread it. It was in one country. I don't want to say one country because we are not in the world. I mean, how can I say, not in the on a planet Earth, okay? But let's call it something like one country. It is like a big country, something like if you have an Africa, you know, and it is pretty much it's bigger than that. It's even bigger than you've got Russia or something like that.
In a continent, like a very large continent.
Yes, exactly. But give me a second. A large continent on only one country, okay? That's the stuff, something like that. But the stuff is somehow they managed that we ended up the whole team in one place and we were caged, aka somehow we ended up in one cage. And then Heather, aka Haiti, showed up and make stupid jokes from us. And she like a yeah, superhero, like a princess of everything. She showed up, the one, that means the original time traveling ring. And she said, if you will be not so selfish, egoistic, egocentric, egomaniac, and I don't know what so forth, she said towards me, okay, you will be my husband, or you should be my husband, and this is my wedding ring. And I was like, holy crap, this is the wedding ring, and this is it, because I know how it looks like. It, okay? I am saying always the one, the main ring. Do you know what I mean? Because let's say the original piece of technology, very, very, very crazy old. We will get it, just by the way, to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And why I am talking about, okay, what is going on? Why is Insider always doing this and that? I mean saying this and that because we in ACIO and pretty much all the positive corporations cooperating with us, we've got only reverse engineered / back engineered stuff. What is, let's say, it created the whole 20 and back, aka standard, as we are talking, or it is the phrase in within military, safe to do so. That means, okay, this is safe procedure, you can do it, fine, it's not a big deal, and this is it. Because we made thousands of them, not a big deal, of those rings, time traveling rings. But once I saw it, the original one, I was like, holy crap, on her ring finger. And I was like, okay, this is definitely the worst place in entire existence when this piece of I don't know, old technology, ancient technology should be or can be. And I was like, oh my god, and we can maybe link this towards Tisul Princess. What do you think, Jessica? Huh?
Yeah, so we were talking about this last night because there was I figured something out when I was traveling through Switzerland, and it struck me. It was a very, very strong realization. And then all the pieces started coming together, but this was one of the pieces. So I'm going to do a shared screen so we can see who this is. So we're going to take a look at this princess Princess Ukok. Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Let's see. Mummified remains of the Ice Maiden, of Scytho-Siberian woman who lived in Eurasian steppes in the 5th century BC, were found undisturbed in the subterranean burial chamber. Natalia Polosmak and her team discovered the Ice Maiden during the summer of 1993, so it was fairly recent, when she was a senior research fellow at the Russian Institute of Archaeology and Ethnography. And let's see.
But give me a second. I want to ask you about this original Tisul princess. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Jessica? Or
Yeah, so no, we were talking about it. Let me see if they also call her the
Tisul princess.
this is, yeah, I have this article, this video on her. It says she's 800 million years old.
And that's my question. Why they don't believe that?
Because I think it just seems like the carbon dating, maybe they're distrusting the carbon dating.
Interesting. Because it's completely true, and that's the problem. That's maybe the question. Okay, why in the world they are talking about Tisul princess? Very easy. The answer is very easy, and it is straight, because this time traveling ring is a wedding ring of Tisul princess. Like it or not, this is it. Yeah, exactly. This is it. It's crazy.
And there was this pink liquid that was in there. What was the pink liquid, Peter, that they had that was preserving her? Because they said when they drained the liquid off of her, her skin turned black. Otherwise, it was completely white.
I will tell you. Give me a second. I am not chemician, okay? I'm not into chemistry. I mean some sort of basic stuff, fine, but I am definitely not expert in this field. It is very interesting and complicated formula. Chemical formula. What serves as let's say liquefied substance for mummification, let's say. Yeah.
Mummification, right?
Mummification. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So, here they find her that they were mining, and they discover that her burial site. And not only her, but there was a few others too that they discovered, and they were also from the same time in history.
But give me a second. I want to ask you, why in the world they don't believe carbon dating? In like 99.99%, okay, it's not a big deal. Carbon dating, okay? If carbon dating shows up something, aka say via carbon dating, they are able to discover age of certain stuff. And now, just because it showed up, or let's say it discovered the carbon dating process, that it is approximately 800 million years old, they are saying that it's complete nonsense. That's my question. No, just be honest with me. I don't understand. It is like, on one way, scientists want to believe something, but it is some sort of tunnel vision or something, because it is once it start to point out at certain stuff, they don't, scientists, okay, they don't have a logical, rational way how to explain it. Then they start to doubt it. It doesn't make any sense for me. Do you have any I don't understand that. No,
Well,
it
you know,
doesn't.
there's quite a few that are saying that, you know, the correct age, and then there are some that are questioning it, but I don't know if they just don't understand the origin of where she came from. She looks somewhat modern. She was wearing some kind of transparent clothing.
But give me a second, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean once she, I mean, how can I say it? Like, just because, okay, she was wearing something, okay, what is modern looking, that it necessarily couldn't be so long time used, I mean, wear as so long time ago. It doesn't make sense. Why in the world we as a modern civilization are that kind of proud? It doesn't make sense. And we don't want to accept that there can be another civilizations that do you know what I mean, long time ago. Do you understand that? It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
So just to let everyone know, the reason why we're bringing her up, and it's related to, she was where they originally found this ring, time travel ring, which was referred to as the wedding ring, right? Peter, is this what it actually looked like, or that looks like a stone face? Is there any picture here that actually looks like the way she looks, or is that hidden from the public?
Give me a second. You said hidden from the public what? Like the wedding ring?
What? No, not just the ring, but her actual face.
But my give me a second, because I mean the wing makers, that means those kind of best team of archaeologists in the world, then then there will be so many things to explain to the public. Do you know what I mean? To the people. And
So,
people will start to ask questions. And from my point of view, they will make some sort of story. Do you know what I mean? As you are working for intelligence agency or something like that, and you are having complete fake life, the life story and all kind of that stuff. And I think that they were way too afraid that they will, how can I say it, they will lose it in a spiral of lies. That's my idea.
all right, so just to wrap my head around what you're saying, are the ring makers actually involved with this case of discovering the Tisul woman? Okay, so the wing makers have had other projects besides Chaco Canyon.
Oh my goodness, of course.
Right?
Chaco Canyon.
That no one else has ever brought up that I know of. They think it was just one location. It's multiple locations, right, Peter?
Oh my goodness. Not dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands of locations. Oh my God. Of course, you are right. Jeez.
All right. So now we have this Tisul princess, which the ACIO isn't very sure where they're from, or are they Andromedan? Because the descriptions sound Andromedan with the very white skin.
Yes, you are goddamn right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So the next part is this Tisul princess walking around amongst us right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Are we allowed to say who she is?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest, if it is good idea to I don't know. I really don't know. Oh my God.
Well, because we were going to bring up someone else today, and
give me a second, but from this point of view, yeah, pretty much it doesn't matter. Yeah. In this point, yeah, you are right. Yeah. okay.
Are we allowed? All right, so I can remove any part of this that you want me to remove, right?
No. It's fine. It's fine. And the problem is, she is behind the scenes. That means like nobody knows her. I mean, she's not. How can I say it? Not a politician, not a business woman. I don't know. Not a celebrity. I mean, either actress or singer or something like that. No, she is living life behind the scene. That means, okay, she got tremendous amounts of assets. That means money and all kind of that stuff. So she's very wealthy, and I don't know. I mean, people don't know her. There is no. She's very hidden. Let's say, how can I say it? Like she's very low profiled, like that.
But she has very, very white skin.
Oh yeah. How can I say it? Almost this word vitiligo skin.
Or you mean like albino?
No. Or yeah. I don't know what is, because pretty much vitiligo, it's certain.
It's spotted, whereas albino is just pure white everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. My bad. You are right.
But
albino.
not completely. She has brown hair, right, or a light blonde.
So that is the reason why it is like, what? It doesn't make sense. Yes, this is it. It makes sense.
So her eyes are not pink. They're not like regular albino.
Yeah, you are goddamn right.
Right.
Oh my God, you are right.
All right, so something came up as someone sent me an image of, and I don't know how authentic this is.
Okay.
But they were asked AI, tell me what you look like, right? They asked, Power Lady sent me this image. What happened if I asked AI what it actually looks like? And
what do you mean by it? I don't understand.
That's what they said it looked like. You see that? Can you see?
I mean, but we know, but I don't know if our listeners will. That's a question.
Can they see it?
Yeah, I can, and I don't know. It's
okay, because then it also looked like this movie that I watched. So this movie called Jules. And if you haven't seen Jules, let's see if I can get Jules, and we'll do images, and there's Jules. So essentially, this being that's completely white that shows up in a saucer type of spaceship.
Yeah.
And so you don't really know what the gender is. So now you have someone that has a conversation with AI that says they look white, like this. And then we have this, and then you were talking about the ring, and then we find out about this white-skinned princess, right? Which I'm sure
extremely white-skinned princess.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but looks better than this.
Yeah, you are goddamn right.
Yeah. So that, made me very curious, and because I had a situation where I was traveling through Switzerland.
Okay.
And I saw this picture I'm going to show you as a newspaper article. So I went into this regular, I don't know, we were going to the gas station. I walked in, I saw a newspaper that looked like this. Can you see that?
Yeah, this is crazy. Oh my God.
So I'm standing there looking at it, and I'm like, I know her. I know who she is. And immediately I realized that was Marie Orsic. There she is right there with Joe Biden, because her husband just got He just died, right? He was in a prison.
Yeah.
And because he was challenging, there she is right there. We've been talking about this for years. People keep on telling me, I know who, they keep on showing me these really young girls and saying, that's Marie Orsic. They're always like between the ages of 17 and 19 years old.
Pretty much something like that. Yeah, you are goddamn right.
Always, people are always saying that they're decoys or something. I don't know what they are, but I could tell the energy wasn't there. And as soon as I saw her, and I've seen her before in the news, it didn't, for some reason, it struck me where I just recognized who she was. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's absolutely
It is crazy. Holy moly.
Because of what she's doing. She literally is influencing the entire world, because had her husband actually got into power, what was going to happen, Peter?
Ma second, you mean like what will happen if he will came to the, how can I say it?
He had defeated Putin and
yes, to the power in Russia and so on. You mean?
Yeah. What would have happened?
Whew. Do you know what? I don't know, to be perfectly honest. And I even don't know if I will or if I want to
speculate.
To speculate and all kind of that stuff. I don't know. I really don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. Okay.
I mean, this is huge because I think that there's many faces of Maria Orsic. There's many, and I'll show you. There's also you see this picture right here. This is how I remember her in the Vril. Now that looks different.
But give me a second. She was like that. Give me a second.
I know that, but you could see that there's changes in her face.
Yeah, it is like that because I will tell you why. It's easy. Because of way too many time traveling. How can I say? Time traveling shifts and back shifts and all kind of that stuff. Crazy. My oh my oh my. Yeah.
And people have been saying, oh, this person's Maria Orsic, that person. And in me, I'd look at the person, I wouldn't recognize them. The energy wasn't there. But, just like the way that they can do surgeries now, people can look like whoever they want to look like. But it's
just by the way, you are right. You are right.
But it doesn't mean it's them. It's a whole different thing, right?
You are right.
So artificially looking at someone, saying that they think that's that person, but then seeing what they're doing distracts from what she was actually doing. And that was trying to create another type of regime, essentially, right?
Pretty much, you are right.
Which would have influenced the entire world. So, especially if they dominated the entire world, had she gotten in.
Because look, they are having very, very close relationship with China, and if you like it or not, it is in our actual reality. If you like it or not, okay, if you like it or not, it is only matter of time when once China will rule the world. Okay, it's only matter of time.
Well, it sounds like they already are. If according to AI and the way that they've already kind of orchestrated everything, had everyone financially dependent on them and influencing whoever they want.
Yeah.
So, well, I want to show you something too, Peter. It's sticking with the topic. So there's another picture of her from World War II, but then they have this picture.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks like me here.
Almost. Very close. Yeah, you are right.
It's like, what the hell is going on? Right?
But give me a second. My question is, why you are so surprised? Okay. No, it's normal question.
I'm not surprised. I'm trying to explain this to people because people are, They have a one-track mind. They see this and that's all they see. And they're not real. In order to understand this, yes, she's very, very beautiful woman here. That's not the point. For some people, she's attractive, bottom line, that's all they care about. But there's more to this story. Why she became very powerful. She's been time traveling for a long time. She's got many faces, and she can pop up in different locations. And
Give me a
she's
second.
been influencing things.
Give me a second. Many, if what we are talking about, many, not dozens, hundreds, just by the way, faces. It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Why do you suppose she made herself sort of look like me? It looks like she was, I don't know.
Because you are involved, and you were involved. You don't remember that?
Of course, I remember it. I remember.
No, so it's fine.
I remember being in meetings with her where she was asking me advice, and then she would take that information and bring it to someone else. That's what I remember.
Give me a second. Didn't it sounds this just a little bit familiar? Because the same crap is happening right here, right now. Oh,
absolutely. She's been plugged into me since I was young, and I know that when I have a thought about something, sometimes I'll see it actually play out, and I'm like, yep. I didn't do that.
And just by the way, okay, just by the way, as you said that they were those NACI super high ranked officers, somehow they figured out that you was there, okay, and they were like, what the heck, she knew. You do know what I mean.
Yeah, Peter, there was a German girl that lived down the street from us, that directly from Germany, and the little girl had this unexplainable scar or burn mark on half of her face.
What?
And she was a compulsive. I was friends with her, but we're talking young, really young, like maybe 6, 7 years old, right?
Okay.
And everything she said was a lie. Like she kept on.
Give me a second. But why?
I don't know if she's trying to impress me or she's trying to hide information, but I still, like, I knew she was not telling the truth, but I still hung around her for a little bit, and her parents were really nice to me. And then they disappeared. They moved. No word about where they were going. Nothing. So and her name is Monica, by the way. I think I've talked to you about her before.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, this is so crazy.
They've been around for a long time, and of course, there was another German family across the street from me, but they were not originally from Germany, but German descent.
Okay.
But I had a whole bunch of different cultures around me anyhow, so.
Yeah, so you said it is so crazy, or it was so crazy, but I will tell you, not, how can I say it? Nothing unusual in US. It's normal.
For me, was huge, identifying that Yulia was connected to this, and then you have this movie Jules. And then someone else sent me a picture of this, like, very white-faced Caucasian, super white. And I thought, well, that's interesting too. So there's things going on around us, and people say, well, there's ETs here on the planet.
And just by the way, Alexei Navalny is not dead, okay? He's not.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and share that.
Oh my God, that was so crazy. You are stunned. Oh my God. He was successfully extracted to safe context of existence. But what do we know? It's pretty much that we don't know. And many people will be like, what the heck is Insider talking about? It was out of our context existence spaceship, let's call it spaceship, what what can fly, or which can fly that fast that even we in ACIO cannot measure properly the speed. And just by the way, it looks like manta ray. Exactly like manta ray. And we were that kind of desperate, if you like it or not, that we in ACIO, that we go to Intergalactic Council. Yeah, exactly like that. Exactly. This is it. That we went to the Intergalactic Council and they said, sorry guys, many other civilizations, and just by the way, most of them, not civilizations, aka not only civilizations, but other ET species, they went to us, and none of them were able to properly to identify this spaceship, to properly measure the speed. Because just by the way, our, I mean, not only ACIOs, but pretty much what we have, technology and all kind of that stuff, reverse engineered / back engineered, our, let's say, our measure speed stops by speed of light. And we were like, okay, Navalny is dead. Okay, fine. I don't want to say fine, definitely not. I am not saying it's fine. I never ever say like, okay, this person should be dead and all kind of that stuff, even on very bad people. No, I am not that kind of man. But I will tell you, he was dead, he went dead, and he was extracted by this ship. And it was like, just like that. And we were like, what? How in the world is that possible? And we made this video footage 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 100,000 times slower, and it is still not working. It was that kind of fast. We never faced this kind of phenomenon before. I was like, what? What? It doesn't make any sense. Oh my God. This is crazy.
So this is Alexei that you're talking about. And is he also from, he must be also from the stars somewhere because of that vehicle coming to take him away.
This kind of spaceship, yeah. No, give me a second. It is not our context of existence, not our, let's say, dimension or something. It is absolutely beyond our ability of comprehension. It is so crazy. Oh my God.
Peter, am I seeing things, or does he look a little bit like Lynch?
No, you doesn't, quotes in quotes, seeing things. You are not. You are right. Oh. Yeah, you got it.
Jeez. So
what?
So was that why he went? Because he wanted to be with Heather instead?
You are saying it, okay?
No. Wow.
Okay, so it is now live. I mean, we are not making live show, but it is unedited. Because Jessica just opened the wiki website and she got it. She figured it out.
So that's him here, and we were talking about Patrick Wilson, right?
Yeah. There is definitely big. How can I say it?
Not exact. It doesn't look exactly, but in certain ways that he poses. Let me see, like right in here. You know, you can see the.
No, you nailed it, Jessica. You nailed it.
That's crazy.
And look, if you like it or not, Russia is superpower, and once they've got allies as China is, as India, you know, aye, bad news bears.
So then she's friends with Zelensky then.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, pretty much any sort of Putin's opposition. Yeah, something
so
like
that makes sense how Lynch was able to take over not only the United States, but also all of the Soviet area, Russia and
yeah, because we've got Barkov, now we've got Makarov and all kind of that stuff, you know.
And now Alexei.
Yeah.
Wow.
Makarov and Barkov. Oh my god. They are crazy too. Yeah. And look, Monarch.
All right, so now we have to come in. You discovered that there was another program that you thought was obsolete, but it actually still exists. This is the next section now we're talking about. Very important. It's called...
I mean, give me a second, not only obsolete. I believed that it never actually happened, or let's say occurred, or I don't know how can I call it, because it was way too crazy for, or let's say at the time, once they started it, at least in our initial context of existence, it is called DEEPNET. Okay?
Yeah.
And what we are talking about? We are talking about 1920s and 1930s, and then they just let it, how can I say it, let it fade away. It is not here in our website, because I was like, nah, this is not actual. And then everything of this, my bad, the Monarch, Mobius, and Murkov, they used, and of course Umbrella, they used tremendous amounts of time, money, working labor, in order just to be successful in DeepNet. And I was like, what? We didn't believe that, because they at the time, 1920s, 1930s, before, or let's say in between First and Second World War, they were like, this is not good. This is not good. And they let it fade away. Officially. Give me a second. Officially. Okay. And now we are having these problems because, as I said, those twins, you know, two twins, they are pretty much the product. If we need to be very straight and honest. The product of this whole project, and
because that goes back to the Alexei, who is Lynch.
Pretty much.
That's one of his offspring. Now he does have two children.
Just by the way, and just by the way, one is girl and another one is a boy. Just by the way.
2 children.
Dasha,
Da-
Daria, Dasha, and
Zakar.
Zakar. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Isn't this crazy, Jessica? Isn't this crazy? My, oh my, this is crazy.
That's her right there, Daria. Is that them right there? Well, they're
Yeah.
these are the children. Those are the children. Dasha.
And Zakar, I think. Isn't he? Isn't he that? Yeah, I think he is. Zakar. It is crazy.
So these 2 children are enhanced, very enhanced.
You said it. You said it.
Were they activated after he left?
Of course
Is that
they
what happened?
were. Of course they were.
Because of the trauma, where they were definitely fractured from this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about another way of activation, if you want to call it that way.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that way. You know what I mean. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So what are we to expect here, Peter? I mean, is this?
That's my question. Don't know. Because I will tell you something. It will get even worse. We need to be honest, okay? Sorry, I'm crazy.
That the problems are going to be worse because of what they've done, what they did to these children.
You can believe me, it's so crazy. It is so crazy, oh my God.
You can see that she looks traumatized already.
Yeah.
So you were bringing up the spiders and everything that came from Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please. Oh my God. No, I'm sorry. I hate those kind of crazy beings. I hate them.
There they are. They're all grown up. That's him, right? The son.
Yeah.
And that's the daughter, Dasha.
And his name is Zakar.
Zakar. Yep.
So it's some sort of Zachary or something
I see.
that.
Yep. That's
yeah, something.
oh,
like
look
that.
at that, Peter. It looks like an alternate reality there.
But give me a second. This is what I'm talking about. They are not hiding anything. Give me a second. I am not. Hey, I am not kidding you.
Wow.
I am not kidding you. Everything. Look, why in the world somebody will do it? Somebody who can be considered as a normal or AKA sane, doing like that. I am not saying I am against him or with him or for him. I'm talking about making. Why in the world somebody will make a cover for a book like that? Okay?
Yeah.
It. I'm
That's
just.
actually, I think it's a documentary, but yeah, I mean.
No, give me a second. I understand, but I'm just saying. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy.
And they've already been to, I think they got an award in Hollywood or something for that documentary.
Yeah, you are right.
He just died. That's the part that I don't understand. Unless they already knew that it was going to happen.
Yeah, you are right. everything of this is so
Contrived.
so crazy. I don't know. It too many things are happening at the same time. I mean, it is only a matter of time, to be perfectly honest, okay? For me, or let's say from my point of view, it's only a matter of time when the whole reality, or let's say, I don't want to say reality, context of existence, okay? Context of existence. When it will collapse. Hey, give me a second. I am saying how it is, okay? Because it cannot just let it put together. No, it can't. No, it can't. Mm-mm.
So
Yeah,
getting back to this DeepNet, Peter. So
DeepNet project. Yeah.
yeah, we talked about Kurt Russell. He was a part of DeepNet project, right?
He was one of very first one who was a, how can I say it, pioneer in the whole stuff. Yeah, you are right. Yeah.
What
Give
kind
me a
of
second. Give me a second. Pretty much, he is Mr. Nobody, if we want to call him that way, in a Fast and Furious franchise. Just by the way, Mr. Nobody in Fast and Furious franchise. Mr. Nobody. Yep.
and
Yeah,
what does that mean in Fast and Furious? Why does he call himself Mr. Nobody there?
because he has no identity. I mean, he has certain identity, but they want to let him, how can I say it, they want to let him pretty much be, or let's say pretend that he works for organization that it doesn't exist. He doesn't exist, true, or let's say despite he, it's very, it's obvious that he exists. It is pretty much something like in MIB, Men in Black. You don't have any fingerprints, you have only first part of first letter of your first name and all kind of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason.
Wow.
Mr. Nobody. No, give me a second. I am not kidding you, okay? This is how it is. Mr. Nobody.
Peter, you and I didn't talk about this, but I just recently did a show, Mr. Nobody. We'll go back like this. You see that?
Yeah.
Mr. Nobody. But it's another movie. And they talk about parallels, crossroads. It's crazy that you just said that. Right?
Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
Now, is that movie anyway related?
No.
It's a whole different. He wasn't a part of that movie at all.
No.
Okay. All right. So getting back to Kurt Russell. So Kurt Russell, is he Mr. Nobody in the DeepNet project?
Yeah.
And this happened. So he was around in the 1920s, 1930s.
Something like that.
Working with CIA?
CIA, what? Just by the way,
didn't exist technically then, right?
Give me a second. That's the reason why he's Mr. Nobody.
I see. Yep.
This is never. That was Nerva's laugh.
We're not supposed to talk about this?
No, I'm saying that even we don't know in ACIO who he correctly is.
How long has he been around that you're aware of? Is he like a numbers group?
Yeah.
What
He's number 24.
That's interesting.
Why?
Because I actually knew someone when I was younger that looked like him, who was in my grade, in my class.
Was he good or bad?
He he was a funny, very witty, very funny, kind of rebellious, and he got kicked out of the school.
Why?
Because he would not listen to the teachers and then make the kids laugh. And then he came back and he was a different person, you know, like they had controlled him. We'll say it like that. So he seemed like a different personality.
Oh my God, this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just by the way, talking about Fast and Furious, they are product of another programs, just by the way.
Their product of DeepNet as well.
Yeah.
So give us an explanation about what DeepNet was about.
What is still about, because it is still, they are still working on it, or let's say within it. DeepNet is something like, if you have, let's say, Mobius is in charge of Matrix. Many people are like, hey guys, stop, or will be like that. You insider said that we was freed from Matrix and all kind of that stuff in 2020. And give me a second. This is true and not true, and I will tell you why. Because we were freed from Matrix, and this is it, as we knew it. But they created another way, let's say more modern way of Matrix. Do you know what I mean?
How old was the other one?
Okay, give me easier question. Thousands, maybe dozens of thousands of years, and I am not kidding you, okay? I am not. Because Mobius is very ancient corporation. They were just using, of course, another names.
Okay, so then, all right, so where does DeepNet come in? They come out of Monarch, right? Or are they also?
Yes, but the stuff is like DeepNet, or let's say, okay, I will tell you. Matrix, we can say Matrix is something like Windows or Linux, something like that. Then certain civilizations and cultures are as a software or application in smartphones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is something what needs to be down deeper than Windows, and you have iOS or OS X and something like that for Mac, and down there deeper, it is, at least for Windows, it is UEFI, right? It is something what Windows is running in, and or let's say running on. And the stuff is that DeepNet has this function. So no DeepNet. Once there will be no DeepNet, then there will be no Matrix.
So it's a necessary component of the
Yes. Or let's say it's vice versa. you have DEEPNET, and on DEEPNET you can stand matrix. And of course, DEEPNET is very ancient. I don't want to say experiment project or something. Of course, they made tremendous amounts of changes and all kind of that stuff. But the main part, or let's say bottom line, is that they were very good, especially Monarch. They were goddamn good at staying low, being low profiled. That means nothing exists. DEEPNET, it was a piece of crap. It doesn't work and all kind of that stuff. At least what we believe in ACIO, or let's say they made us believe. And it was big mistake. Huge mistake.
It was a huge mistake that
we didn't believe, or let's say, my bad, that we believe that it is a failure, or it was a failure. I mean, the DEEPNET, and they were very good at it. I'm just saying.
It's not like a virus or anything, though, right?
No, not definitely not like that.
But it's kind of like the hidden program within the program.
Yeah, you are right. Or let's say it's babushka lady, matryoshka lady. Why not? Yeah, you are right. yeah, you are right. You are right.
Are there a lot involved with DEEPNET? Are there many assets?
That's a question. Way too many. Yeah, way too many.
So are they would they be considered like those in leadership over other Monarch assets? Are they in the leadership?
Definitely. How can I? Should we call them leadership? That's a question.
Well, yeah, so they kind of can maybe.
You mean like they've got bigger competencies and something like that? You mean?
Possibly, or even say maybe they have more of like a leadership in like a hive way.
Oh, in this, that they've got, let's say, more freedom in this hive mind, if you want to call it that way, then yes, you are goddamn right. Yeah, you are goddamn right. Yes. And this is very interesting. Once we are, I don't know if this will be in video, so just feel free to stop me. So if we are seeing this screen of Fast and Furious franchise, none of those kind of TV shows and franchise, I mean like movies, they are or were very, very successful. Every single one of them, okay, they've got, let's say, reason why they are like that. Do you know what I mean? They've got their reason, and it is soft disclosure. This is this reason, or let's say that is the reason.
Right.
I'm just saying.
We've been talking about a soft disclosure all along regarding many of these TV shows, movies, series. Netflix has brought in a lot. So yeah, this is really important, Peter, and I'm glad that you brought this up, because it's something that we don't want to. I think we were talking about how there's been a lot of problems, and you were trying to identify where the problems were coming in, and then you recognized that DEEPNET was still running, which you had discarded. You weren't taking it as something to focus on. We've had so many different problems.
Give me a second. Not us as us, but even they masked it perfectly. They, the Monarch, it's like, nah, this is way too risky. It's like, okay, this is way too dicey even for them. Nah. They want to get rid of everything, and this is it. This is it. They were developing it in cooperation with another 3 of them. Corporations with bad intentions. Another, that means Mobius, Murkoff, and Umbrella. So 4 of them in total. If we are talking about, like, the Monarch, and they created very well built, very solid context of existence, and this is this context of existence where we are.
So for those such as the ACIO that were used to navigating around the old matrix, the new matrix, did that throw off everyone about what's going on? And
exactly,
they did that.
This is crazy, Jessica. We were like, what the heck is going on here? And because we were like, okay, but what will be in a lead system? And because we know that there were plenty of them, but we were like, okay, none of them, or of those kind of, let's say, lead programs is suitable for new, let's say, new matrix. What is, let's say, developing itself depend on circumstances, and then it happened. It simply ping, it is here and there, and I was like, oh my God, they simply throw it out, and it hits like a hurricane, like a tornado, and you're like, oh my God, it's crazy. And those kind of absolutely crazy, creepy weirdos, like spiders slash octopus whatsoever monsters with, I don't know, 2-3 heads and something, and Ruvik being their master. And Ruvik, just by the way, can have both genders, just by the way, both of them very physical, attractive, and smart. So it can, he or she, doesn't matter, can talk very, in Callisto Protocol. Do you really like them, Jessica?
They don't have a lot of pictures of these, what did they call the spiders, right?
I think, spiders. Oh my God. This is so crazy, Jessica. Oh my God. And they've got 2 heads or 3 heads or something like that. Yeah, they are like that.
That's really bad.
And they were running so fast. We were like, oh my God. It was so crazy. Oh my God.
So in addition to the twins, then you have these creatures running around too that you've been seeing.
And give me a second. Those, they are dozens of thousands. Maybe hundreds of thousands of them. And they've got Ruvik as a master. And then we just a little bit the problem, okay? That there is no one Ruvik, but I don't know how many types of Ruviks, and every single type of one type of Ruvik has another. Look at this lady in red. This is the female Rubik. No, please, lady in red. Can you see that? Yeah,
That's
female
female
Rubik. Yeah, female Rubik. And another, I mean, another one Rubik, you know, has or he is or she is master to another type of those creatures, and we were like, oh my god, this is so crazy.
So you have, yeah, you have this being, or there's two of them, or are they just shapeshift?
No, please let me correct this, Jessica. There are thousands of types of Rubiks, and it is the one, only one, okay? Because he or it or she, I don't know, can multiplicate to thousands of types of Rubiks. And try to guess what? Its master is no one else than Heather Heady Shaw. Oh my god.
So it gets back to Heather Shaw again.
Yeah, again, you know, it is like Ouroboros, this type of snake. It is eating it. Do you know what I mean? Tail, like it or not.
Yep. I've been seeing that too. That makes sense.
I'm just saying, Jessica, it is so crazy. Oh my god.
So it's bringing in this like volatile, very aggressive, angry energy.
Yeah.
So the ACIO is currently working on trying to resolve what's going on with Ruvik, the twins, and you know, making sure the twins don't do some of the things that they're doing.
Jessica, I think it's once they exist is just already late, let's say. And you doesn't seem like you are fine with that.
No, and then these things running around and like
lurking there. Give me a second.
Yep.
Look like that, exactly like that. Oh my god.
Get it enlarged.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
I was going into Reddit.
Do you know what? I don't like this. Nope, not at all.
And it won't allow me to enlarge it.
You know what? I think, yeah, this is crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, this is crazy.
These were,
and just give me a second.
Time.
Do you know actually they, aka the Monarch, are doing those type of experiments in this reality? Look how which kind of crazy stuff it is. It was human in one time, but this is definitely not a human. It is
nervous
crazy.
System, or what is that they're webbing there?
Look, they've got tissue. They made some sort of crazy experiments with tissue. Okay, give me a second. I am not a medical doctor. I am not expert in chemistry. Don't ask me. Okay. But they are making some sort of crazy experiments with the human body and tissues and organs and all kind of that stuff. No, I don't know. I am not expert in this field.
That's horrible.
It is crazy. Yeah. It is.
So this is, you know, you show up and then you go off on a mission and you know, you're encountering all these different things and you come back and give us intel about what the ACIO is reporting to have seen, as well as some of the battles that you're going into, or
yes, but sorry, you just finished the sentence. My bad, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Please finish the sentence, because that was my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was finished. It's okay.
So the stuff is that you are right, only 50-50. I will tell you why. Because we are still here in this crazy context of existence. And I don't know when we will be, oh, as it is said in military, this phrase in military language, when it will be safe to do so, aka to return to our initial context of existence. I don't know. I really don't know, okay? It is so crazy. Oh my God. I'm just a little bit stunned that even we've got solid connection here. I mean, internet connection.
I know. Well, you will talk and then you leave, and then sometimes you come back, sometimes you don't. It's been like that for a long time now.
Yeah. Okay, those are exactly like those creatures. I mean, like, you will be not happy once you will.
So when they did the experiment, they must have added some kind of genetics of spiders and octopus or whatever that is.
Yeah. And just by the way, they are definitely, originally, they are not that huge. I mean, give me a second. They are small. I don't want to say small. They are in between. They are just a little bit slightly taller than regular humans. That means approximately in between 6 and 8 feet tall. That means 180 centimeters and let's say 2 meters, 240 centimeters, or let's say 2.5 meters. So they are slightly taller, okay? But if they turned into battle mode, if we want to call it that way, they are crazy, okay? They are crazy, crazy huge. It is like, nah, I don't like that.
There's a movie, I believe it's called Sting.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
But it is the older one?
No, it's about the spider.
Oh my God. Not spiders again.
Yeah, you'll see that this just came out, so it made me think of this.
Oh my God.
What you're talking about.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't have fear of spiders, but once they are way too big, I don't like it.
See that?
Yeah.
Look at this. That's like the stuff that was over.
Yeah, definitely. This kind of substance, I don't know, liquefied substance of something. I don't know.
No, that's the wrong movie.
Yeah. This is crazy. Oh my God.
This movie just came out.
I'm just saying. Oh my God. Nah. Nah. I am way too old for this crap. I am way too old for that.
They want to bring in this other movie called The Sting, but it's not the same thing.
I'm just saying. My, oh my. What do you think, Jessica, huh?
I think it's so this movie is coming out for 2024, and it kind of reminded me a lot of what you were saying.
Give me a second, but try to guess why. Because they are making movies about our stuff. Yep. We are talking about the things, okay? And those things are pretty much about to happen. Huh? Isn't? And please. So, and let me correct, please, if I am wrong. Huh?
So is there a Charlotte in that you're aware of? Because there's a co-creation of Fangirl, Charlotte feels isolated. Her mother and Ethan are distracted by their new baby and struggling to cope, leaving Charlotte to bond with the spider. Keeping it as a secret pet, she names it Sting. And Charlotte's fascination with Sting increases, as does its size, growing at a monstrous rate. Sting's appetite for blood becomes insatiable. The neighbors' pets go missing. And then soon Charlotte...
Just a little bit, it went just a little out of control, but just a little bit.
And it gets larger and larger, I guess. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just a little bit, okay? My, oh my, oh my. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Everything of this is so crazy, Jessica. My, oh my. Isn't it like that?
So will you be working on the DeepNet issue, or are you working on this Callisto protocol bleed through?
Give me a second. Pretty much. It is mutually connected.
Oh, how's that?
Because pretty much, okay? Once we know, I will give you a parallel, okay? As MK Ultra as an agenda, it was just a little, or let's say it was planned that it should be only one of many projects created shortly after Second World War, okay? And we know how tremendously bad it turned out, especially after the end of Vietnam War, when it completely, or let's say the situation twisted completely upside down, or let's say 180 degrees. That means that those corporations slight and slowly started to took over the control of DARPA, and via DARPA, you know, CIA, NSA, DOD, aka Department of Defense, and via Department of Defense, they took control over the whole government in US. And it is the same situation. It is mutually connected.
That's just the US. I mean, it sounds like Lynch and Barkov and all of them are over in
and Makarov, yes, and all kind of those
What's happening around the world, right? The corporations are not just in the US.
No, definitely not. No.
Yeah, I just want to make sure people understood that. But since there's the assumption is that because I'm American, that most of the people that listen are American, but that's not necessarily true. It's very global.
Yeah. And just by the way, if we want to say, if such a stuff will happen in China, because it is only a matter of time, okay? The question is not standing if. The question stands when China will rule the world. Then it will be just a little bit problem, and I will tell you why. Because in China, it is some sort of very weird economy model, because it is like, okay, they've got communism and all kind of that stuff, but you can have business, not a big deal. But I will tell you something. We will make donation as a government, okay, for your business, but we will have certain percentage or of your assets. Do you know what I mean? So if you're that means if your company will be big enough and successful, of course, successful enough to make IPO. That means to open to go to the business market. Okay, but that means that we, as a China, as a government, as a state, will go to the market because we've got certain percentage. I am not sure how it works exactly, because it is I mean, like depending how many employees you have and all kind of that stuff, and you are obligated in China to give them certain amount of assets. Okay, I mean in percentage, and this is it. If the same model will be in US, or it should be, okay, but it's not.
Why should it be?
Sorry. No, I'm just saying that it is total different case. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, so I don't understand. I thought that the ACIO was not supporting a world domination, because that's essentially what you're talking about.
Give me a second. We are not supporting world domination, and that's kind of problem, because look, so many, once certain country and certain nation will dominate, there will be always hatred, because so many people don't like it. Like it or not, it is true. There will be always too many people, they don't like it. Doesn't matter if we will talk about US, either US or China or Russia or India, all possible powerful countries, you know. It is like that. It is like that. Or in previous times, okay, those colonial superpowers, as they, you know, were Great Britain, UK, at the time, Spain, Portugal, you know, just by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that they were all considered bad. This isn't considered bad?
Give me a second, sorry.
World domination is world domination. Doesn't matter from what nation is the one that's doing it. It's supposed to be bad across the board. Anyone that tries to do that, it's supposed to be wrong. But it's happening, and why isn't anyone saying anything? Because it's a world domination.
Yeah, that's kind of model in our society for centuries, for hundreds of years.
But it was never, it was, you know, because we've pretty much demonized anyone that did that, you know. Oh, the colonists were horrible, the Nazis were horrible, the Romans were horrible, the Alexander the Great was horrible, you know, but China's not horrible when they do it.
No, give me a second, I never said this to you. I am saying, give me a second, what I am saying is that if there will be huge corporations in China who will be Department of Defense, Chinese Department of Defense contractors, how can I say it? Then China as a government, as a one country, do you know what I mean? Government will not be, it will be not that easy for them to say like, nah, those were corporations, not us, as it is in US, because pretty much like it or not, in US, those are corporations, not government. They don't have anything in common with the government, okay? In China, it will be completely different case, completely different story, if we want to call it that way, because in China, business is very highly controlled by and tightly controlled by government. So that means if those huge corporations, as they are in US, for example, if something like that will happen in China, let's say they will not just let slip through. They, I mean the government. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's it.
That's not the question. The question was, if their culture has this overwhelming need to control other cultures, what that becomes a world domination. Regardless if you want to call it a corporation, you want to call it a government, it's still a control system of other people. And why is this acceptable? It shouldn't be.
From my point of view, it's not acceptable. None single type of domination is or should be acceptable. Am I right?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, but you're saying it's going to happen, or it is happening, but why is it happening? And why is it that they have this strong desire to control? I mean, I know the Mongols at one point had a strong need to dominate,
yes,
control. So, I mean, there's other cultures that have been doing this throughout history, but
yes.
every single time it's wrong, 100% wrong.
Give me a second. I am saying that they are hungry for power and control and all kind of that stuff. On one hand, give me a second. That Chinese, let's say, elites and all kind of that stuff. Yeah. Give me a second, please. Give me a second. Let me finish the thought. And they will get it. They will get it only till a certain point, and then they will crash. You know what I mean? Every single time in our history, it's a period. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
It is like a circle and circle and circling. It is like that. It is like that. But that is maybe, or that should be room for another discussion. I don't know, another show. I don't know.
No,
and just by the way, why even this is the sickness mindset of us as a people, as a mankind, huh? We should talk about that rather than this country is good, that country is bad, and all kind of that.
No country is better than another country, but
yes,
the leadership is the world domination leadership is wrong either way. The desire and need to control others, I feel, is an imbalance in an individual of why they need that power, because it's unchecked. And there are some
you are very right. You are very right.
So it takes a very, very special individual to be given a lot of power to not abuse it. It's very rare. I mean, even the best of us can be tempted in certain circumstances.
Or let's say, okay, let's say, okay, that you want to do your best, but if you don't have actual info what is going on in real life, and for example, okay, if the empire or country and all kind of union of countries is way too big, then you want to do your best, but you will get it only worse. Like it or not, it is true.
So having ownership of large masses of population should be broken up into smaller pieces.
From my point of view, it is only a matter of time. Because look, that's the reason why they are creating, in China, the social credit system and all kind of that stuff. And look, it is so crazy that you have renminbi. It is like, what? And as I said, I was in Shanghai, and I was like, okay, guys, okay, fine. Why in the world you are keep asking me in which part of China I will travel? And then they said that they've got different currencies in very local, let's say, small part of China, And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
But like you said, it makes it very difficult for people in China to travel between these
Almost
other regions.
impossible, Jessica, almost impossible. 90% of people, or let's say 80-90% of people, they are traveling in China. They are not traveling inside China, but outside, because it's almost impossible. And I was like, whoa, wait, hey, guys, stop. How is this? What do you mean by impossible? I will just go to bus station, to train station, or maybe to the airport, and not a big deal. And they were saying, yeah, here it is not that easy. And I was like, if tickets, do you know what I mean? Like bus, train tickets, or plane tickets are that kind of expensive, because I don't understand it that at the time, once I was first time there. And then I figured it out that those kind of differences in between regions were, and still are, crazy big, huge. Like in certain regions, they are very poor because they've got only agriculture. In another regions, they are only mining things. In another, they've got, I don't know, like focus on
Manufacturing
stuff, or, and this is it, like tourism. Another is on tourism and manufacturing. What do you know what I mean? Just by the way, like heavy industry. Do you know what I mean? Another is on electronics and all kind of that stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this is mayhem. For me, it was mayhem. It was complicated. I was like, oh my God.
Well, that's why they would lock down the world if they were in charge, because they can't think beyond that, it seems.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said that they would probably lock down the world because that's the way they like some kind of prison system where people can't leave their regions. It seems like that's the only way they can figure it out. Although it's a prison.
I will tell you something, but look, they are official, according official statistics, okay? They've got like 1.4 billions of people. What is not true, because for real, okay, it is approximately 1.6 billions. And be honest, okay, do you believe it is that easy to just be in charge of that kind of crazy amounts of people, inhabitants? No, be honest with me, okay?
I don't think anyone should be. I think that they should delegate or designate a normal infrastructure according to the needs of the people. And if different regions can only supply one thing, there should be more of a interaction between the other regions. They would probably be happier if they did that, but instead they chose a prison system. I don't know why, but that's here again, that's power out of control, and not being able to learn, because all of us can learn something out of an experience. And if this isn't working, then you have to try something different.
You are right. You are right. But that's my question. How in the world is it possible, from your point of view, that in another context, or let's say next context of existence, we are, what is, just by the way, existing, or let's say what is working, or what is based on fifth dimension or fifth array density, why they have only few governments, if you want to call it that way, governments, and they've got enacted countries, annexations, and everything works perfectly. And I will tell you why. Because because they have goddamn good basic stuff. What does it mean? Educational system. For example, stupid stuff, okay? People, children being in kindergarten, okay? You need to pretty much work on them, on those small people, small children, because they are people, like it or not, from very start. Be respectful, for example, be respectful towards nature. If you have, I don't know, stuff from a banana or from mandarin or something, you can feel free to throw it. It is very good for nature. But if you have a bottle, what is made from plastic, bottle from water, oh my God! Don't throw it in nature, because it will take hundreds of years once it. Do you know what I mean? And this is it. They are doing this from very start. Educational system, not only basic literacy, but it is literacy from every single point of view, like being respectful towards another people, especially towards older people. Do you know what I mean? Everything, and all kind of that stuff. They've got prevency instead of repression, prevention instead of repression. They've got huge prisons, and there are pretty much no prisoners. Let's say, I don't know, in between 10 and 20%, in total of capacity, because they don't need that. They don't need to have extermination prison camps as it was during Second World War, as Russians have still them. They have them gulags and all kind of that stuff. None of this, because they know from very start how to deal with raising people from very small children till being in elementary school, how can I say it, to get energy away once the children are in the most vulnerable age, what is pretty much teenagers. They are not children's anymore. They are not children anymore, but they are yet not, adults. So they are making activities like there should not be left any energy left. No, nothing, and all kind of that stuff. This is it. And other stuff. Healthcare system, you don't need to pay for anything, okay? The rent system, once you stop working and all kind of that stuff, is another stuff. Another, let's say, point of view, just by the way, that it is not like, it's fine, I am like 55, 60 years old and now I stop working. But this is the point. You, or let's say there are, for example, as in Japan, it is not a big deal to be 100 years old in Japan, right? But there, it's not a big deal to be 120, 130 years old, okay? That's it. Because they've got, they can chill. Do you know what I mean? They've got in what is in Germany called Kurzarbeit. That means, less time being in or let's say at work, but be more effective, just by the way, and all kind of that stuff. So that's my question. What do you think? What what screws, what is the basic problem here, if we will completely throw out the corporations, what do you think can be the in our initial context of existence, let's call them astral parasites?
Are you saying that they're the ones that are causing the problems?
Give me a second. I am asking. It is not. I am saying. I am asking you if there can, if one of the possible reasons can be astral parasites, because I don't understand the whole stuff. Because in their context of existence, Axis, aka Germany, you know, the Reich, like it or not, we need to say it. Italy, it was what it was, Spain, and of course Japan Empire. They won Second World War, which just, by the way, didn't happen in next context of existence. It didn't occur in 1940s. It was earlier, but in the edge of in the edge of 19th and 20th century, but doesn't matter. And the stuff is, there were not so many people not so many people died. It's like approximately 70 million people died in Second World War in our context of existence. In their context of existence, less than 6 million people died, you know, and there were no another wars. And there were no another wars after Second World War, and all kind of that stuff, you know. And that's the stuff. Why I am talking about this so wide, you know, so broad. I will tell you why. Because what you said, that it is very rare that people who are in charge, you know, it is so tempting to misuse the power. And this is it. In their context of existence, the elites know one thing. Once elites will serve to the society and to the masses, they know that the masses will serve them. There will be no tries to throw down the regime and all kind of that stuff, you know. Nothing like,
yeah, no rebellions, no revolutions, because
yes, this is it. No rebels, no revolutions, no nothing, no pack, you know, nothing like that. And this is it. And sorry, go ahead.
I have a question, because, you know, if the basis of any successful civilization goes back down to how children are taken care of, right?
Definitely. Give me a second. From my, what I saw once I was in missions there, and I lived there for a long time. So it was dozens of years. That is, let's say, base of success. And one thing, okay, there is no envy.
Right.
I will tell you, because yes, there are people, they are more poor than another ones, but they don't think, hey, this is unfair. I am living in flat with 2 rooms. I am having old Volkswagen, and those people, they are living in those huge mansions, and they've got I don't know, either Mercedes or Bentley or what so forth. And this is it. People are not thinking like that there. So many people, once I told them this, in our context of existence, they are saying, they are controlling their minds. And I will tell you, they are not. Because what I said, the basic stuff is that even being in pre-elementary school, very, very small, okay, it is like they are making total different mindset to people, like, as I said, being extremely small. They are not envy, they are not jealous, nothing like that.
Right, you're right.
And this is it. They don't hate each other, and they don't, let's say, they don't say like, nah, I hate you because I don't know, you are Christian and I am Muslim, and you are Jewish and all kind of that stuff, and maybe, I don't know, for example, like, you are Buddhist and you are Hinduist. Nah, not a big deal. Not a big deal. No, it's fine. And this is it. I mean, I think that there is something very wrong with the educational system, but I'm not saying in one country, in the whole world.
Well, the UN is dictating the educational system.
This is exactly what I am saying, or let's say what I was to point about. You nailed it, Jessica.
Well, there's the other thing too, is the cost of living is in such a way that, and also the high levels of divorces, where there's single parents trying to raise children, and then they're absentee parents.
Yes, and
Parents
I
are
will
not
tell
there
you
to
something.
raise the children properly, and then you have people that are just doing whatever, and there's no guidance.
This is it, that this never happened, because I will tell you something. Mostly it is like because people have another relationship just in being married and all kind of that stuff. And like it or not, this is not like that, because if you don't have any more energy and power, you know, like, you go home, and if you don't have another power, let's say, to think about crazy things, do you know what I mean?
Idle time, you mean? Like you don't have that.
Idle time, yeah. I mean idle time, but give me a second. If you don't have idle, you can have idle time. It's not a big deal. It's fine. But if you are like, okay, my family is my everything, period, and this is it. What, just by the way, what they are always emphasizing, like, you know, as I said, from very small children, no difference of culture. If it's, and the thing was, what I said, like it or not, it is true. Okay, like it or not, the thing is that yes, there are people, there are poor, and this is it, more poor, but not that kind of poor that they don't have nothing to eat. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That they are homeless or something, like, nothing like that exists there.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think,
for example, look, okay, for example, right, you are unemployed, and it is not like you can be unemployed forever, but this is it. You can go to the office, to specific office, and if they make an evidence, they make in the system that, oh, okay, he or she is actively going and making stuff, like, okay, he or she is seeking for a job. This is it. They will give you even more. You know what I'm trying to say. So all kind of that
an
stuff.
effort to do what's right, To be self-sufficient and
Exactly. And just by the way, they are very highly open to self-sufficient communities, aka homesteaders and all kind of that stuff, just by the way.
yeah.
This is it. So many people don't believe that. I mean, most of those things what I just said, and this is it. I'm saying, and was you there, or I was there, and they're like, okay, you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. It's like that, and there is no racism there and all kind of that stuff. It's exactly as I said. It is so good, you know.
So it would be like us looking at all of the different continents, and everyone would have everything that they needed. And
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhat happy.
Definitely, you are right. You are right. This none of those kind of crazy people. I mean, not crazy people, but people being crazy poor. That means they are working 16, 18 hours for $1 or $2 per day, and one bowl of rice, or maybe like slice of bread or something like that, or one potato and something like it, and 1 deciliter of water. Nothing like that. Nope. And you can go there, and you can, for example, you can have crazy expensive equipment. I don't know, like IT stuff or what so forth. You can leave it on bench. Nobody will touch it. Nobody will steal it. Yep, nobody, because it is like that. Once you work with a man or woman, I mean with a human, from very start, none of this will happen. Just by the way.
I think that if everything got shut down or like dystopian, there would be so much of stealing and harming other individuals. Innocent people that were friends would not be friends anymore. You know, it would really be a horrible breakdown of our society. Well, it already is. It's breaking down as it is.
Oh, you got them right.
Somebody needs to really step in and help stop this, because it's not getting any better, because then they're heavily targeting the children in very horrible ways, and then of course, you know,
even it is that kind of monstrosities they are having, that they are making that kind of monstrosities that it is, even for me, I even hate to start to think about it, not to talk about it. And this is absolutely opposite what they are doing. You know what I mean?
I know it's and there's no punishment for anything. Violation to the innocent.
You are right.
None at all. Like, you know, it's clear.
Children should not be, I don't want to say people, but they should be a children. Just making, you know, having childhood.
Playing, going out and running around and kicking a ball or
yeah, you are right. You are right. Pretty much what we were doing. Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
Because that is what children should do. Yeah. So I think that this is it for today's show. Maybe they can be 2 shows. I don't know.
Well, definitely we could definitely break it up in a few different sections. That's for sure.
I think we should. So I want to say thank you, Jessica, for giving me another opportunity to be on your show. I want to say thank you to our regular, maybe not so regular listeners, that they stick with us till the end. And I'm really looking forward for next time. Hold tight, stay safe, and bye-bye.
Thank you also for being here, Peter, and stay safe in your journeys and travels to these other realities. while we try to figure out what's going on over here, and also for all the insight that we had today. Thank you, all of you, for listening and supporting the channel. We'll continue to provide information. Have a good day.
You have been watching Disclosures. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Visit www.acio-official.org and www.readingsbyarael.com to book a private session with Jessica. Feel free to support our work. All links can be found in the description. Thank you, and until next time.